All right, so I have a 1971 18 horsepower Evinrude. Can't kill these engines. They are made to be worked on and fixed because they're workhorses. And I am a testament to that. So I needed to install a new power head on this engine. This is my late father's engine originally, and through the years, I've worked on it. And but because my father didn't properly flush it through, I don't know if he was shown or whatever, but he didn't do a lot of maintenance and he didn't flush the engine correctly, or it wasn't. But as you could see, I had to get a new power head because all the metal, the cast around the cylinders, is rotted. It corroded away, and but the engine still ran. So that's why I'm saying Evinrudes are the king of the iron workhorses. And because the cylinders are aluminum, they didn't really. And that, a motor actually ran, so it ran like this. And I just ordered the power head from a used place in Minnesota, Tim's Outboard. A little shout out. But and it was reasonable. So I figured I would do it myself. But because I've never done it, I sat on the project for a while until until I was kind of forced. So this engine seized up a couple years ago, a lot of years ago, and because of that, and I bought just an engine to get me out in the water. It turned out to be a 1954 Johnson 10 horse, and I didn't know it at the time, but through the plate, I did some research and found out. Anyway, how that comes into play is because I got this engine running again before I put the power head on, and I listed Johnson on social media, and a guy reached out to me, and he's like, is it all, so he came and looked at it, and I started telling him about the story of this, is that this engine has huge sentimental value to me. And I was telling him, I was like, listen, so by the end of the story and everything, I told him, I said, listen, I'll give you the engine, the Johnson, if you promise to come back and help me put the power head on. And he said, you know what, he was a great guy. He's a great guy. I still talk to him. He said, listen, I'll give you $75 for your engine, and I promise I'll come back and help you. So I started working on it right away. I took the lower unit off, and I did research on that, and I saw it was only a few components. So I was like, oh, you know what, I'll do that myself. And I replaced the water pump, and then I took the carburetor off just to, prepare for him to come over and do the actual switching of the power head. And then I took the carburetor off, and then I was researching that. I got the service manual, the original service manual, and I was like, oh, I could do that, to change the floats and the gaskets. And I didn't really get into the jets, but I did take one of the caps off, one of the top caps, this one, and looked underneath it, cleaned it out, and it looked good, and I replaced that. So, and this is all first-time stuff for me, really. I never really rebuilt a carburetor, but I didn't have to take everything off, but I did switch out all the major things, the float, the little pin, and level it and all that stuff, and then I was just loosening. Oh, I took the flywheel off. That came off. I took the magneto off. And then, I just saw that there was 6 bolts. So I said, let me, hit them with some PK blaster. And I started loosening them up, and the power head just came off. So I just took it off, and then I replaced the head gasket. And I was like, oh, I'll just put the new one on. And I ended up doing everything myself, is what what I'm saying. And, going back and forth with the guy, text messaging back and forth, pictures and stuff, of course, for advice and stuff. I mean, he walked me through it, but I did basically everything myself. So this is where I'm at, and I haven't started it yet. I'm all the way here. So I want to put an electric starter on also, but he didn't really have any, experience with that. So, but I did it myself. YouTube really helps a lot. But I notice on YouTube that there isn't any like definitive uh, videos, and I'm a first time guy, so it might help somebody. Uh, so 1971, they didn't install power electric starts. They didn't start until I think 1977, I believe, and prior to that, they did it. So you have to retrofit it and put grommets and wire it yourself. So the first step was you have to buy a new bracket. I don't have a part number, but I could, I'm going to leave some information on the channel, and I got that from Robert's Boat shop in Tennessee. I mean, the guy is great, so he sent me that. And he actually sent me the old starter because I needed a number, and it was shot. So I had it rebuilt. I ordered a new one on Amazon, and it turned out to be wrong fitting, and it was off by an eighth. It wouldn't fit into the housing. So the place I went to, Rudy's by my house, great. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the store names or not. I guess this video will get flagged if I find out. But Rudy's Armature in New Jersey rebuilt the starter for me, and the guy did a fabulous job, fantastic job. So you need the bracket. That's what I'm getting at. You need you have to find the bracket, and because Evinrude didn't really change the makeup of the engine for so many years, a lot of stuff is interchangeable. I believe this came from a 1975 25 horsepower engine, Johnson or Evinrude. I don't remember what he said. So anyway, and so I needed grommets and fittings and stuff to get the battery in, and but so the story goes, or how it goes, or what worked best for me, and that's why I'm making this video, because I didn't see too many videos of walking you through this. So you need grommets and openings. So my kill switch rotted away. So I said, you know what? I'm going to order a new button, which I did. 19 millimeter. That's pretty important, I think. It's a 19 millimeter. What it transfers to an American, I don't know. But this ain't Canada and this ain't Europe. So, but I believe 5/8 almost fit. So anyway, I got the 3/4 inch male fitting, a plumber PVC fitting. And I reamed it out a little bit, and a male fitting, and then I got a female and put it on the back side. So and I didn't want to use metal because it's a marine application, but that's what I did. I did that, put in 5/8. I had to clean this up a little bit so that it fits, and then I screwed it together and with some. You need this. Invest in this. Silicone, is it upside down? Silicone, black silicone adhesive. So it gives me a watertight fitting, and it's in there good. So I did the same thing with the battery connections. I needed a grommet, drill a hole. I mean, this was the best place that worked for me because I'm right-handed, so I'll be sitting in the boat, and the battery will be to my right. So I figured it would be out of my way if I could have went up underneath, but I don't know, whatever. But this is where I decided to put my thing, and but I didn't want to use the plumber fittings because they're big, and I didn't want to put a big hole in this engine. So I was in the electrical department at Home Depot, another shout out, and actually I have to put a light in, but that's another story. So I was looking at it, and then when I got it home, I was like, oh, this might work. So it works exactly, and it's cleaner and they're smaller, and that's what I did. I put an electrical fitting, 1/2 inch PVC, glued it in, and a coupling on that side. I had to grind it a little bit on an angle because this profile is on an angle, and for it to fit flush, you have to do a little thing. So, and also, yes, I built this cart. It's an awesome cart. I had to do a start button. So I just did that. I was shooting a video of that, the actual screwing in of the wires, but I said something wrong about the wiring, and I don't want anybody to blow up their garage. First time guy, so I'm gonna have to, say liability wise, if you're successfully blowing up your garage, it's not because of me. It's because you listened to me. Anyway, so I have a battery connection here. Doing everything. I'm a straight ahead hammer, cut, blow away kind of guy, blow through jobs. But I took my time with this because this means a lot to me again. So I'm going to show you exactly how I wired it. Hopefully it helps you. Again, I'm the first time with this. So the power of the battery is coming in, right? It comes in this, and it goes to the big post on the solenoid. I'm using a riding lawnmower 12-volt solenoid because the other housings of a normal one won't fit. I tried to configure it in and but anything over 2 inches, you can't get the cover down. So this riding lawnmower, which I'm only using for the starter, we'll see if it works, but that fits. So the power of the, look at that. So the power, I'll fix that. I'll put that, I didn't, obviously didn't put that together. The power comes in and goes to the big post of the solenoid. The other big post of the solenoid goes to the starter. See that? It goes right here. From the big post of the solenoid, the other big post of the solenoid to the starter. All right? Battery in to the one post, other big post to the starter. The negative of the battery goes directly to ground on the engine, which I put right here. There's another ground wire there, so I know that's a good ground. I put it there. If you could see it, great. I'm getting a nasty glare from my garage light, so that's why. Shush, puppies. Oh, and I also had to put new fittings on the kill switch because it rotted away. The other ones kind of rotted away. This needs to be fixed. So I will fix this. But anyway, and then the two small posts. This is where I got wrong with the other video. I didn't want anybody to blow. One goes to ground, which I put up here because this was just sitting here and it was really super convenient. I put it right here. Just screwed it in with a bolt, and it's going to the engine. Also, I grinded everything to grind the paint off so that I get a good contact. The other small line goes to the starter button. From the second side of the starter button, it goes to the power that comes in. So again, one small post goes to ground, one small post goes to starter switch. Other starter switch goes to power that comes in from the battery, which I have to fix. I know. The other power goes to the starter, and then the ground of the battery goes directly to ground. So that is that. All up to that point. I'm going to do a part 2 video where I have it in water and we're going to try it. This is first time you're going to see if I blow up my neighborhood or if it's a small contained fire that I can handle myself. But I'm going to fix this power wire right now, and then I'm going to try it. All right. And but I have my doggy here. Here, doggy. What is you? Say hi. Oh, there's my doggy, my Dave. That's Dave. That's my dog. Everybody's got a dog and works on engines. Got to speak with a southern accent. What's up? There's my doggy dog. All right. See ya.